Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines. Chinese President Xi Jinping to arrive shortly for Second Informal Summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Mamallapuram. First ever India International Cooperatives Trade Fair gets underway in New Delhi today. Congress releases its manifesto for upcoming assembly elections in Haryana. Addressing poll rally in Maharashtra, BJP President Amit Shah says country's security is more important than vote bank politics. In cricket, skipper Virat Kohli smashes another ton as India crosses the 400-run mark in second test against South Africa at Pune. The port town of Mamallapuram is awaiting the arrival of Chinese President Xi Jinping for his historic Second Informal Summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He is expected to reach Chennai Airport in a special aircraft in a short while from now, where a red carpet welcome will be accorded to him. Tamil Nadu Governor Banwarilal Purohit and Chief Minister Edappadi K. Palaniswamy are at the airport to receive him. To welcome him, cultural teams would be performing at the decked-up airport. Children will be waving flags of both nations when he leaves for his hotel in Chennai. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has already reached Mamallapuram. President Xi will be reaching Mamallapuram by road by 5 p.m., where he will be received by Mr. Modi. Now we are joined by our correspondent Jai Singh, who is covering the summit at Mamallapuram. Jai Singh, what is the latest you have for us from there?
Well, Valsha, the ancient town has got a new look in view of the historic summit that is taking place in Mamallapuram. The town is all decked up for the informal summit between the world's two biggest and neighboring nations. Though security is tightened, people here take it as a matter of pride for hosting the event really. The temperature is a little hot and humid, but the enthusiasm is high in the Pallava era town. Prime Minister Modi will join the visiting dignitary President Xi to visit the UNESCO heritage listed places like the Arjuna's Penance, Pancharathas and the Shore Temple this evening. Later, both the leaders would witness the cultural performance by the artists of the Kalakshetra Foundation of Chennai in the backdrop of the Shore Temple. Before winding up the day's events, Prime Minister Narendra Modi would host dinner for the visiting dignitary at the Shore Temple premises. Tomorrow, both the leaders will have a one-on-one meeting followed by delegation-level talks. Being an informal summit, both the leaders would engage themselves in open and candid talks touching upon several subjects of bilateral, regional and global importance. Valsa.
Yeah, right, Jai Singh. We just have news just in that President Xi Jinping arrived in Mamallapuram for the Second Informal Summit between India and China. What is being expected out of this historic event, Jai Singh?
Valsa, this being an informal summit, the two leaders are free to discuss about all the subjects they prefer to touch upon. It provides an excellent diplomatic avenue, to further cement bilateral ties. Probably in managing the border situation where there are issues of perception management, further improvements may happen. Trade issues may be discussed as the imbalance is heavily tilted in favor of China. On cooperation in multilateral forums and checking the menace of terrorism and terror funding also, the two leaders may try to reach some convergence of opinion. The takeaways may be known once the summit concludes tomorrow. Valsa.
Right. Thank you, Jai Singh, for those updates. The first ever India International Cooperatives Trade Fair got underway in New Delhi today. The three-day fair is a major platform to promote export of products of cooperatives, which will lead to enhanced rural and farm prosperity. Organizations from 36 countries are participating in the fair. Addressing the gathering during the inauguration, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said cooperation is at the core of Indian culture. More than 150 Indian cooperatives are taking part in the event. Mr. Tomar said it is a historic occasion to discuss challenges being faced by cooperatives like delivery and available markets. He cited the example of Amul, saying it is a cooperative which has succeeded in entering every home of the country. The Saras Ajivika Mela organized by Ministry of Rural Development, is being held at India Gate Lawns in New Delhi. The event, which got underway yesterday, will carry on till the 23rd of this month. It will be formally inaugurated by Rural Development Minister Narendra Singh Tomar tomorrow. The objective of this Mela to bring rural women, self-help groups formed with the support of Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission, under one platform to showcase their skills, sell their products and build linkages with bulk buyers. The BJP has said people of Jammu and Kashmir, especially from the Kashmir Valley, have showered unprecedented support to the centre's people-centric policies and strengthened democracy at the grassroots. State BJP General Secretary Yudhvir Sethi hailed the nominations filed in abundance for the upcoming Block Development Council BDC polls. Today is the last day for withdrawal of nominations for elections of BDC chairpersons in 310 blocks in Jammu and Kashmir. The scrutiny of nominations was held yesterday. While polling will be held on the 24th of October, the process of elections for the second tier of the Panchayati Raj system will be completed by the 5th of November. India remains committed to realization of the rights of its children to live a life of dignity, safety and care, and to have equal opportunity to build a future they want. Addressing the General Assembly Third Committee session on promotion and protection of the rights of children, First Secretary in India's permanent mission to the UN, Paulomi Tripathi, said that Pakistan is weaving fake narratives about children living in Jammu and Kashmir. She said the neighbouring country has a dubious distinction of schooling young children in violent extremist ideologies and recruiting them in terrorist groups. Without naming Pakistan, the Indian diplomat said one delegation is making unwarranted references to internal matters of India. She was responding to remarks made in the committee by Pakistan's outgoing UN envoy Maliha Lodhi on Wednesday. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. The Congress today released its poll manifesto for Haryana Assembly elections, promising loan waiver for farmers and reservation for women in government jobs. Describing it as Sankalp Patra, the party promises 33% reservation to women in government jobs and private institutions in the state and free rides in Haryana roadways buses. The party also promised 50% reservation for women in Panchayati Raj institutions, municipality corporations and city councils. Releasing the manifesto, Haryana in charge of Congress Ghulam Nabi Azad called it revolutionary. Haryana Congress Chief Kumari Sailja also announced a loan waiver for farmers in the state if voted to power. The party also promised to give an annual scholarship to students belonging to the scheduled caste community and extremely backward class. In Maharashtra, leaders of all political parties are holding rallies at different places as just over a week remains for campaigning for assembly elections. BJP's National President and Home Minister Amit Shah addressed a rally at Chikli in Buldhana district today. Criticizing the Congress for opposing scrapping of Article 370, he said, for BJP, the country's security is more important than vote bank politics. He said Prime Minister Narendra Modi dared to scrap Articles 370 and 35A of the Constitution, which were big hurdles in Jammu and Kashmir's integration with the rest of the country. He added that the BJP Shiv Sena alliance works for the country and the NCP Congress combined for their respective families.
महाराष्ट्र के अंदर 21 तारीख को चुनाव हुआ है, दोनों ओर को खेल लग चुके हैं। महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने ये तय करना है कि देश के लिए राजनीति में काम करने वाली पार्टियां चाहिए या अपने परिवार को आगे बढ़ाने वाली पार्टियां चाहिए।
In Uttar Pradesh, the first National Hindi Science Writers Conference started today in Lucknow with an aim to promote use of Hindi and other vernacular languages in science writing. A report.
Dr. V.P. Singh, coordinator of the conference and secretary of Indian Science Writers Federation, told AIR that science writers from across the country have gathered here to discuss ways to promote Hindi and Indian languages in the field of science writing. Different plenary sessions on writing in different streams of science, such as engineering, technique and technology, health and medical and research are currently going on. In evening, there will be a grand Vigyan Kavi Sammelan. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
Today is the International Girl Child's Day. It aims to raise awareness about challenges faced by girls, the need for their empowerment and fulfillment of their human rights. On this occasion, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani, in a tweet, has urged people to work towards ensuring gender parity and reaffirm commitment towards Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The scheme aims to address decline in child sex ratio in critical districts through awareness and multi-sectoral interventions. In Karnataka, Income Tax Department conducted search and seizure operations at Siddharth Group of Institutions owned by senior Congress leader and former Deputy Chief Minister Dr. G. Parameshwar in Tumkuru. Raids were also conducted on the group of educational institutions owned by another senior Congress leader, R. L. Jalappa, in Kolar. An Iranian oil tanker in the Red Sea has been hit by two suspected rockets today off the coast of Saudi Arabia. This has led to oil leaking from the vessel. National Iranian Tanker Company said the ship's crew are safe and the ship is stable too. It also added that those on board were trying to repair the damage. The incident came amid heightened tension between Iran and Saudi Arabia, which has not issued any statement over the incident. Turkey said today that one of its soldiers was killed in northern Syria, the first fatality in its offensive against a Kurdish militia. Turkish Defense Ministry stated that 3 more soldiers were injured in the region after clashes with the militia yesterday. It gave no further details. Turkey began an air and ground offensive supporting Syrian rebels against the US-backed Kurdish People's Protection Unit's militia on Wednesday. Ankara has long opposed American support for the YPG in the fight against the Islamic State extremist group. It argues that the militia is a terrorist offshoot of Kurdish insurgents inside Turkey. Back home, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has paid tribute to veteran social worker and RSS leader Nanaji Deshmukh on his birth anniversary today. He tweeted that Nanaji's contributions to nation building will always inspire people. Mr. Modi also paid tribute to Loknayak Jayaprakash Narayan on his birth anniversary. The Prime Minister said J.P. Narayan not only participated in the freedom movement but also made invaluable contribution towards democracy. Eminent saxophone player Padma Shri Kadri Gopalnath passed away in Mangalore, Karnataka this morning. He was 69. Kadri has been credited with introducing the Western wind instrument saxophone to the Carnatic music world with great technical finesse and artistic sensitivity. In cricket, India were 473 for 4 at tea on the second day of the second test match against South Africa in Pune. Captain Virat Kohli hit his 26th ton. He also equalled Australian legend Ricky Ponting's record for most test hundreds as skipper. Earlier today, hosts resumed their first innings at the overnight score of 273 for 3. Giving India a solid start yesterday, Mayank Agarwal made 108, his second test century in successive matches, while Cheteshwar Pujara scored 58. Kagiso Rabada took all the 3 wickets for South Africa. Earlier, Kohli, playing his 50th test as captain, won the toss and chose to bat first. India lead the 3-match series 1-0, winning first test by a comprehensive 203 runs at Visakhapatnam. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Chinese President Xi Jinping arrives for Second Informal Summit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Mamallapuram. First ever India International Cooperatives Trade Fair gets underway in New Delhi today. Congress releases its manifesto for upcoming assembly elections in Haryana. Addressing poll rally in Maharashtra, BJP President Amit Shah says country's security is more important than vote bank politics. And in cricket, skipper Virat Kohli smashes another ton as India cross 400-run mark in second test against South Africa at Pune. For details of these stories and more, visit News on AIR app and log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the midday news.